Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for June the 10th, 2025 Nighttime Edition. And congratulations, Sav, for being the first one here. And I'm the second one here. You win. Seems like a quiet night, or am I reading this wrong? Let's see what's out there. I have not been on much today, so it could well be a quiet night. No, there's a lot of people in game. So there's people out there doing stuff, which we will be doing today. I thought we could... Momella. That would be Momzilla, please. Yeah, Momzillas. I like that. I was thinking we could focus on doing some TFOs tonight if people want to join in and get stuff done. This is all new stuff. We'll do that one. And what else do they give us today? Yeah, whatever. There we go. So how are you doing there, Sav? Conquest and Star Wars. Taking out Kathleen Kennedy is one of the conquests? One could hope. We're having a Star Wars discussion this morning. Good evening, Lexers. How's everything going? Bunnies in the yard. We don't have bunnies in the yard because we have dogs. If we had bunnies, we wouldn't have bunnies. We have squirrels. The squirrels are smarter than the dogs, sometimes. Is that why it got banned? It accidentally copied and reposted a link for this website. And it wouldn't let me unban him because he had to request being unbanned, but it wouldn't notify me that he was requesting the unban, so it was just a pain in the butt to get that fixed. You know, Twitch is interesting. But it should be unbanned by now. I thought we had him up and running this morning. Yeah, stupid Twitch. It's Twitch's fault. Yeah, I was in the garden, working on the side of the house garden. My house, I've been here a year, and I'm just starting to make it look nice. Because it's a lot of... It's hard to explain. It's a 40-year-old house. And the previous owners, I don't think were really into taking care of the house. So the fundamentals were taken care of. I mean, there's nothing bad about the roof. It's fine. The walls are fine. The air conditioner's fine. The furnace is fine. Blah, 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 blah. But the concept of keeping up with the yard didn't occur to them. I think it's one reason that they moved to a yard that doesn't have 42 trees in it. I exaggerate. I think I only have 16 trees. But it's a project to keep it going. And the squirrels are in the front garden with me, and then they hear me coming, and they run into the backyard where the dogs are, which I think is stupid. But the dogs are completely oblivious to the squirrels there, and then all of a sudden they're both like, hey, there's a squirrel here. We're going to go... Oh, it's up a tree. Well, we're going to bark at the tree. Oh, it's in the neighbor's. We're going to bark at the neighbor's house. Let's see, Lexer says, let's just say my mom has toxic friends that spent last couple years trying to cast aspersions between my mom and my brother and me, so she'll be alone for the time being. Yeah, your mom doesn't have good friends. I have the whole forest in the back of the cottage. Hubby cuts trails every spring. Could you send him down here? Give me a hand with this place. I think I could get it under control for once. Just for a brief spell, I could maintain, but it's getting it to the point where I can control it, which I can't right now. I'm getting to be an old lady, and I will tell you, hauling those 40-pound pieces of rock from the backyard to the front to make it look decorative, because it was originally arranged as a whole bunch of 40-pound blocks of stone, which made the fire pit. $500 an hour in travel costs. Yeah, in my dream. Good evening, Mr. Dave. Thank you so much for the phone call. I want you to know, every time it goes to tell me your phone number, the dogs just go, oh, this is a perfect time to bark. So I've rerun the message like 4 times, and they just keep barking. I'm going to wait for them to go to sleep, and then I'm going to rerun the message. Yeah. Well, thanks, Mr. Dave. I'll take the compliment, but I know my limits. My son always sends me nice messages in the morning, and my part of my heart goes, "Oh, that's so nice," and part of my head goes, "How much money do you need?" Which he doesn't. Who's jumped in here? It's Death. Hi, Death.
What's up, Mom? How you doing?
Nothing much is up. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear that. Haven't seen you lately. Of course, I haven't been on a lot for the last couple of weeks, so.
Oh yeah, I've been really busy with work because all the weird government changes are really
Oh,
messing
God.
us up. So
Yeah, I'm so glad I don't do what I used to do because, no, I'm just so glad I don't do it. Most of our work was turning into government work, our government, other governments, and nope, nope, thank you, no.
I mean, I work in the federal prison, so a lot of these changes are not okay.
No, 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 no. That would not be good. Mr. Dave, let's figure out a day, maybe this weekend or something. I don't know if I'm going to class tomorrow or not. I'm waiting. I should actually take a look at my phone and see if I've got class tomorrow or if we know. There is a death in the family of one of our instructors, so he's traveling, so he can't teach. And the other two instructors were out of town. So we're trying to figure that out and see when we can get together and have class again. I will do that. Hi, Zimmer. How are you doing? 6 to 8 inches thick. Okay. So my thought tonight was just run some of the TFOs we never run. You know, the weird ones. Because we have a tendency to do all the Borg ones over and over and over and over, and occasionally Zenkethi Front. And Satalia can't be here, so we could run Gravity Kills and just tease her mercilessly tomorrow. We have to take a really quick run downstairs and grab some more water. Gravity Kills Elite in Shuttles. We're right behind you, Sav. You go first. It had occurred to me, we haven't done that Alachi mission in Shuttles. What is that one called? Atmosphere Assault. I love that one, except it's bugged if you kill everything fast. So Lexers with the 6 to 8 inches of freshly printed $100 bills. Roughly 100 bills is about an inch thick, if you do them right. So you're only looking at 100, so 10,000. That's only like 80,000 max. Don't get bribed for $80,000. It's not going to pay your bills for the whole time you're in prison, let alone your legal stuff. If you're going to go for bribery, make it worth it. Make it enough where you can hide some of the money, still pay the lawyer, do your time in prison, and come out. Gravity chills. Okay. That's not bad. Actually, I am melting up here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab some water. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I found a recipe for drunken noodles, I think it was. But not a real Asian styled recipe. It was something else and it had paprika in it. And nope. I'm going to just say nope. Everything else about it was good, but no on that paprika. So, is anybody up for joining me? For some random, not random, but mysterious. Add some absinthe to the food. It actually had gin in it. Hence the drunken noodles. It wanted to put bourbon in it, and I thought, no, I'm not going to waste bourbon on pasta. Maybe bourbon with pasta, but not on pasta. Or in pasta. Well, what's the purpose of Everclear in food?
Because it sounds cool when you list off the recipes you used.
Sizzler says, to be horrific? Well, yeah, that'll go for it.
I mean, I don't understand why it would be horrific. Most of the alcohol is going to burn out of it anyway. So,
Well, if it's Everclear, it'll burn out because it's got, for this recipe, had like a 15-minute cooking time on relatively high heat. It doesn't put anything into it except a hint of flavor, so the gin was perfect. I mean, it was light and refreshing, which got rid of the some of the paprika flavor. I think with the bourbon, it would have just been overwhelming. The purpose of food is not to die of starvation. Yes. More specifically, the purpose of Everclear in pasta. Wouldn't quite make it. Anybody else want to join us for something? No, I'm not going to answer the phone, so there, yeah. Okay. I'll ask first, does anybody have a preference? Does anybody need to do anything?
no, whatever's good.
Okay. Zizmer, have you done all your endeavors and dailies and all that jazz? Hey,
Well, I'm doing mine now, but I
Pardon?
can do them as we go.
Well, yeah, we can incorporate them into this. Just give me a clue as to where you're going. Tomorrow's Universal, by the way, apparently I can't spell Wednesday anymore, is 10 commanders and captains, which is, if you do Devil's Heart, knocks it out in the first round.
I hate that TFO.
What? No, is that TF? It is. Why do you hate it? I'm genuinely curious.
Probably because the first time I did it, nobody had any clue what they were doing. It took us almost an hour to get it done. It was not okay. So yeah, I left a bad taste in my mouth.
That would do it. Same for Frost. He was telling me they were in it for like 30 minutes the first time through, and he didn't want to do it. So we dragged him into it with 5 people with adequate weapons, and it was around 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, if you got a good team, sure, but
I couldn't get in the first round, and I'm watching messages come up in chat. Do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. So when we got into it, it's like, oh, I got it. No, Lexer's the Nimbus boss right now, but tomorrow it's captains and commanders. Okay, fine. I'm going to pick something out that we don't usually... Oh, no. That would be fun, but I think that's one we need to be prepped for. This is an easy one. And a wee-woo.
colony. Holy smokes, I haven't done that in forever.
Yeah, exactly. That was the whole point. Trying to get to some of the stuff we don't do. We're going to do Throwback Thursday on Thursday if I can come up with some old school stuff, because Hawkman was on the other day and he had some missions that he had not finished from way back when, and they were still available to him, so he was sharing them with us. It was kind of interesting. It really was old school.
Right.
Who's good on their Klingon in terms of language?
Oh no.
Somebody just messaged me in Klingon, and all I could recognize was a question about Klingon. I think it's, do you speak Klingon? Wow. Oh, this one! Man, we haven't done this in forever. Let's see. Repel the invaders, stabilize and evacuated wounded colonists, find and beam out Federation diplomats, download critical data from colony computers before the invaders do. Okay. Oh, and somebody has a badgie. How wonderful.
You're welcome.
Forgot what I was doing with... Oh, I did Devil's Heart with Badgie. That was an amazing event. It would have been more fun if everybody had a Badgie, but not everybody's got a Badgie. What's progressing here? Oh, that was a lot easier than I remember it. My Discord is pinging. Why is my Discord pinging? Because you sent me something? It wasn't from you. Let's see. Wish I could pull these up where you couldn't see what we're doing, but one thing that bothers me right now is we have so many Borg-related ones. Compared to anything else, it's just Borg this, that, and the other thing. Not that I'm anti-Borg, but there's a lot of Borg ones. No, I like that one, but let's not do that. I do not consider that to be... a Borg beating master? Hardly. Hardly. But you play those all and you will get good at them. Let's see what happens here. Actually, I should be even more fun. I have been picking a bunch and I have no idea what's going to come up. There. Wee-woo. Wee-woo?
Yep.
Okay, alrighty. So I picked out like 7 or 8 there, and we'll see what happens.
Herald Sphere.
Yes. I like randoms. But sometimes they're a little too random, if you know what I mean. You mean gravity kills on a loop? No, that's a Satalia thing, Lexers. That's not going to happen here. Wrong planet. Not going there, Sov. Not going there either, Sov. Oh, this is a terrible ship for this mission. Ooh, boy, I did not choose well. I should probably change to a ship that's a little better.
Nah, you should be all right. Just stick and move.
We were starting to work on the ship, and I think most of my weapons are like Mark 11.
Oh.
Herald forces inbound.
Lexers, I do not drink V8. It has tomatoes in it.
Get to a gateway and enter the sphere.
And all I can say is tomatoes. Ew. 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 And for everybody out there who likes tomatoes, great, you can have mine. It works out just fine.
Stop the Herald forces before they reach the gateways. Gateway opening at 5 o'clock. Gateway opening at 6 o'clock. Gateway opening at 7 o'clock. Gateway opening at 11 o'clock.
Oh, I'm definitely switching ships after this.
Gateway opening at 4 o'clock. Gateway opening at 3 o'clock.
Lexer says, I recently been told that my sister-in-law has been cheating repeatedly on my brother as she recently started listening to women lifestyles tips on TikTok. What the heck?
At 7 o'clock.
That's a lifestyle tip? I think the closest I ever got to stepping out on my husband would be when I'd go to the gym and not tell him because he was too sick and I didn't want him to feel bad.
Gateway opening at 5 o'clock.
People out there right now making bad decisions.
Oh yeah, I guarantee that. I see people making just horrendous life decisions every single day.
My job to drive something.
Yep. Actually, some of the people I know are related to what you do. Some of the people I know who made really bad life decisions. Zorgfly says, soon to be ex-sister-in-law. Yes. I hope. Well, I don't hope, but There's a trial going on, it's either in Arizona or Idaho, about a woman who killed her husband, or had her new husband kill her soon-to-be ex-husband, and he killed his wife, and they killed her kids, and her brother tried to kill her ex-brother-in-law, and I don't think I understand. The more you sleep around, the more you are empowered kind of tips. Whoa. No. Nobody, nope, nope, nope. Is she a relative to Homeland? I don't know who Homelander is, I'm sorry. What did I miss?
Homelander's basically one of the bad guys in The Boys.
Oh, sorry.
And he is not a good person. He likes killing people.
Gateway opening at 2 o'clock. Gateway opening at 6 o'clock.
And Jim, ain't nothing compared to going to be with someone else when you're married. No, I love my husband, but he's sick. Was sick.
Gateway opening.
And there are just moments when it's like, yeah, I gotta step away. Figured the gym was probably the healthiest option.
We need to stop the Herald attack on Allied space. Through that gateway.
Oh, he wasn't paranoid with Zismer. I just didn't want... He used to love going to the gym. I just didn't want him to feel bad because he couldn't go anymore.
Take out their command vessels.
Let's see if this will work it or not this time. Hi, Rachel. Hey, Lexers, is your brother-in-law... No, sorry, your brother got any support for bringing up kids as a single dad? It's not paranoia if they're really after you. Yeah, true enough. And how are you doing, Rachel? You just got up. I am jealous, I'll tell you that. Oh, no, I didn't know you were on a night shift now. That makes some sense then. When I was at the bakery, I worked night shift on rare occasions. That was more a 10 a.m. to 6 a.m. thing, or midnight to 8, depending on what you were doing. Which is kind of a pain in the butt, but at the same time kind of nice, because 8 o'clock everybody's going to work, and you can laugh at those losers as you're driving home. You don't have to tell them that you had to go into work at 11:30 at night while they were already asleep. Oh, I'm dying to hear about this, Lexers. What did your sister-in-law do? I should ask Rachel, what is it that you do that you're working nights now? Oh, that's right. You did mention that once before, didn't you?
Sensor reading shows that the ship is controlling the gateway. Destroy it! The ship is drawing power from the gateway. You need to shut the gate down.
Clearly, it's not doing anything of the sort.
Destroy the encodings. It will make it easier for our ships.
Well, that was amazingly easy. Something wrong with that. She rented a place far more expensive than what she could afford, always a good move, because she was under the impression that the other two Chads who were her were going to pay their share of the rent, but one is already gone, the second is well on his way of ghosting her, and she burns something like half of her yearly rent budget in 2 months. Wow. Yeah, that's a problem. Rounds 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Otherwise, you're on call. Wow. Yeah, Zimmer, I'm not going to argue. Some people are poopy heads. I'm going to make you the team leader here, Death. Oop, no, I didn't mean to kick you from the team. Fine, I'll kick everybody from the team. I want to switch to my better ship. Give me 1 sec here.
Take your time.
There we go. San has a much nicer ship for doing pew-pew. And as soon as I say that and team us up again, we're probably going to get ground.
I'm fine with it.
Okay. Well, same thing for women, though, Xismer. You know, one bad apple and all that. Well, if you want to do the Sex and the City lifestyle, which I've never seen Sex and the City, but I can make some guesses about it, works a lot better when you've got decent education, decent job, can support yourself. I think those help. Exisimer says, I prefer one lady, one pure love. One of each or all in the same person? And Rachel says hi. Well, we are back to the party here. Let's see. No, we are not doing that one. that's a... Fine, I'm throwing in ground one again. Let's see what happens. This is on regular because it doesn't have an advanced version. If that happens, if it doesn't, I'll find something else. Oh, Rachel says, my 2 cents, play Stowe and get a dog. You're better off. I did you one better. I play Stowe and have 2 dogs. Both of whom are asleep and... up here, I guess. They're there. Okay, well, that one's not happening. Let's find something else in there. No, definitely not that one. Actually, yeah, maybe. Why not that one? No, that one's not fun. Weeboo?
Yeah, we will.
Don't poke the devil. No, I didn't poke the devil because you'll see gravity kills is not on my little list here. Has anybody else noticed, though, that if you are on the randoms, would that be on the randoms, though? That's a good question. Is there a list of what episodes are listed on the randoms?
That's a good question. I don't know.
That is a good question. We're going to find out. Let's see. PvP, shuttles, competitive, PvEVP matches, Gamma Battle Zone matches, limited time events, and 10-person plus. But aside from that, it doesn't say which ones are included and aren't included. We don't intend on publishing a complete list of what is and is not included. Good. So no way to know. Oop, Warhammer joke incoming? All right, I'm waiting for it. I will inquire, because maybe they'd find that humorous.
Listen up. The war has not been going well for the...
Yes, Lexers, I was wondering if anybody had a comprehensive list of what is queued in the randoms. So Exorcismer says, in Warhammer, if they have a bolt gun, do they have a sprocket launcher?
Here they come.
Good evening, Ezzy! Oops, wrong button. No button, go back there. Stop. No, Warhammer jokes are always fun. Everything is good tonight, Ezzy. How are you doing? Well, I hope. Did you make me some spaghetti?
There's a rate of incoming port signatures. Maybe in a short amount of time before more arrive.
I'll be over when I'm done. I actually baked bread just before I started the show, too. Not my most successful loaf, but
Reading some heavier ships in
will probably taste fine. You need to fly in the Quasar to get spaghetti? No spam phone calls. I am not picking you up today. Ah, the spaghettification one, yes. Thank you.
Caterer's taking some fire. Please assist.
This is Andor. Our shields are taking hits, and we could use an escort.
The evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover. The Klingons are regrouping again. Get into position to prepare for the next assault.
So, Lexers, be aware that when I saw Quasar, my first thought is, oh, 1970s television sets, yeah.
Keep fighting.
Which I realize dates me really quick, doesn't it?
It's okay. I was alive for those two.
Oh my god, somebody else. Yay! I don't feel quite as old.
In fact, I was born the day after Star Wars release.
Oh my god, you are so young and I am so old. I think Board King was born about the same time.
Requesting assistance.
Exismer was born in 77. I graduated from high school in 76.
Give them cover.
And I do believe, not joking, I still have some sheets left from my various apartments which would be older than you are. Yes, Mom's old. And feeling it tonight.
Roosevelt is in need of aid. Draw up some of those enemy ships.
Yay, we're done. Lectures, I wasn't even born in 76. Yeah, thank you. Thank
How
you.
much longer we can keep up with this kind of war. It was a good one. At least there will be a tomorrow.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was riding around in my mom at the end of 76.
Oh my god, you guys are all so young. And honestly, no, doesn't make me feel better.
Oh, I mean, well, I tried.
So, New Hope came out in 77, right?
June 10th, 77. Yep.
10th, okay, yeah. That makes sense. I have butt forks. Yes, Sav, I do indeed. Thank you very much. And so does my ship. Let's see how much junk I have in my trunk at the moment. Fair amount. Watch, I'll get salvage stuff tomorrow. What can I say? Those ads, pay the bills. So I've been watching a very interesting YouTube TikToker on how to live in your car for when you become homeless. And very interesting things to think about if you ever plan or don't plan to be homeless. His general concept is if you know there's a good chance you're going to become homeless, this is how you prep for it. And he makes $250 some a month in revenue from YouTube, even though he's living in his car. I don't make that much money in a year from YouTube. Admittedly, $256 a year a month isn't much. But it would definitely help with some things. Get a tent and sleeping bags and stuff like that and a cooking set. Actually, he had some really good suggestions, or has a lot of good advice on how to live in a car. Well, $256 a month is not going to let you rent anything. That's a lot more than I make, but I can't speak for anybody else, but one bedroom apartment that's semi-nice is $1,300 a month. Oh, I don't know, Lexers. He may have a full-time job and still have to work out of his car. I know more than a few people in San Francisco who are reasonably decent developers, software developers, but because the cost of living in San Francisco is so ridiculously high, they can't afford to live there. The nearest place they can afford to live would be a several-hour drive each way. And that's not usually feasible either. So they live in their cars. And then there's a company called Boxable, if anybody's heard of this. It's basically preformed houses. Very basic, but a bedroom, a kitchen, a living room, family room, dining room area, proper shower and I don't think it has a bathtub, toilet, and all that. But as long as there's water and sewer and electrical in the area, they can come in with this thing and put it there for a tenth of what it would cost you for a very basic house. Prefab, yeah. They did that back in the day after the war, prefab. Yeah, this is really an interesting product. I started hearing about it when Id was living here, and I was thinking, that's a good idea. Basically, a house that you can assemble in a matter of hours. And now they've got equipment where they're working on 3D printing houses on site. So that's interesting too. So let's see what we got next. New prefab could be miles better. Oh yeah, of course. No, 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 no. All right. We did that one the other day. I know what I want to do. There we go. Wee woo.
Eagle.
Yeah, as long as you've got electrical and water, you can do prefab pretty easily. The big issue for disaster sites is a lot of times the electrical and water aren't there. However, when we were doing one of the bike rides I did, we were staying in tents, and every night when we'd get into wherever we're going to spend the evening at the camping site, there were swimming pools available, and of course there would be showers on site, so you could go get a shower. But after day one, some companies started bringing in portable showers. Huge semi-truck tapped into the local water source, started lighting up propane fires underneath these huge tanks, would heat up like 30,000 gallons of water, and you could have a hot shower in a truck. 30 people at a time, get in, shower down, get out. It was bliss. And Tide now has trucks that come in with washing machines and dryers, so if you're in a disaster situation, you can get in and get your clothes washed. Brilliant ideas.
Welcome to the Federation Mining Camp.
Let's see, what am I working with today? What have I got for weapons here? Anything better than that? We could have some fun. Going south? Okay, I'll go the other direction. Let's see if I can survive it this time. I love Badgie, but he really looks like he's in the wrong place.
Badgie's never in the wrong place.
No, here we are looking all serious, and there's Badgie!
Badgie's serious all the time. What are you talking about?
Romulans are attacking from the south.
Well, holy moly, Wild Girl is with us.
Romulans are attacking from the south.
Friday the 13th around the corner? Are we going to get it this time? Are they going to give us our beloved stories?
Romulans are attacking from the south. Romulans are attacking from the west.
By the way, the Tholian shockwave weapon that I'm using right now doesn't work against Tholians.
Good to know.
It was very disappointing. I was down on Nikara today, and nope. Trying to beat him up, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Not working at all. It heals them. Great, now you tell me. Oh no, we're fine up here. It's boring. Shout if you need a hand down there.
Romulans are attacking from the south.
No, I didn't know that, Rachel, but I figured out really quick it wasn't hurting them in the least, so that's why we have the letter Z on our computers.
Run! They're attacking from the west!
Okay, Rachel. I don't know. What? They could have wrote the warning a little bigger for those of us who can't read well, Mom. Yeah, true that. Oops. Hey, hey. Do not spit at me. Uh-oh. Ah, I went to save the Gorn miner and he's dead. He's dead, Jim.
Okay, I had it come.
Gosh darn it, I'm trying to save these guys and no. Casual SAB said one of the devs is asking for feedback about adventure zones on his Blue Sky account. Do you know which one? Or what the Blue Sky account is so we can send him feedback? I would not mind seeing an update to the Voth ground zone. Actually, to both Voth zones. And the Undine zone. Not get rid of them, just update them. Gamma Quadrant needs less gadget missions and less gadget missions and less escort missions. There is a Romulan up there dead, but hovering in the air. Gankra needs major help. Bosses simply don't... They worked fine yesterday, but they're weird. Good evening, drunken... Hi, Badgie. Good evening, drunken heretic. I said that and Badgie just jumps up in my face. Because, you know, Badgie.
The drill is in a critical state, but I need to shut down some subconscious first.
It's quiet up here. So, Drunken Heretic, what would Badgie be endorsing?
Shut down the subconsole. The drill is partially shut down, but I need to shut down another subconsole.
Oh, it was Bordicus who was looking for feedback? Great. That is amazing. Well, thank you.
I shut down the subconsole.
Ooh, I've killed 100 now. Cool. Wow.
One more subconsole should do it.
Is it me or does this seem suspiciously easy?
This is going pretty smoothly.
Yeah, it is. Well, Ezzy, I have a tendency to get dead a lot in this TFO.
The drill is now full.
Stupidly dead. You know, where I should know better and somehow still die? It was easy. Let's see what we did. 5 Gorn miners survived. Yay! 8 Federation miners survived. Yay! We shut down the drill in 5 minutes. Yay! We'll take it. Let's see. I'm gonna oh, thank you, Ezzy. I was just gonna repost that. Oh. All right, let's see. Okay, general request for feedback on specific subjects of adventure zones and battle zones. So Nimbus, Defura, Nukara, New Romulus, Kobali, Dyson, Badlands, Undine, and Gankra. This has nothing to do with future content plans yet, and is more a question of curiosity. These pieces are content are historically my personal favorites, with the Dyson Battle Zone rating most highly in my opinion. But I'm curious what your thoughts are. Also, I've omitted the Gamma Quadrant battle zone from this as its experimental structure is a unique sort of snowflake compared to these others and, in my opinion, warrants a separate sort of discretion. So anyway, if you are interested in responding to that, I think we all have opinions. There have been 128 comments posted so far. I encourage you to speak your piece because, amazingly, they do listen sometimes. That was nice of you, Essie. Zimmer's getting a bio break, which is absolutely fine. If anybody would like to join us, that would be great. You don't have to, but you're welcome. It's a board king. Speaking of the devil.
I don't know what you need, and frankly, I don't care.
I don't need coffee.
Not even from the nebula?
Not even from the nebula. This morning, yes. This evening, no. Everyone needs coffee. Yeah, in the morning. Normally on Mondays and Wednesday nights as I'm driving back from class, I get to the truck stop in Oakwood, Illinois, where I go over to the... Is that a Pilot? I want to say it's a Pilot, but it's probably not. It's probably a Love's or a Flying J. It's one of them. And they have an affiliation with Dunkin' Donuts, which if you're at a truck stop and it's affiliated with Dunkin' Donuts, you know it's going to be a decent cup of coffee, which it is. But I get there at 9:30 at night, and they are now out of cream and milk for the coffee. Bad words ensue. And the coffee's been sitting there for a while. But I have to have the coffee because I still have another hour and a half of a drive. Dunkin' coffee is good. Truck stop coffee is good. Depends on the truck stop. I do a lot of long haul driving. Right now I'm doing 900 miles to 1,000 miles a week. And trying out a bunch of different truck stops to find good ones. Sav says coffee is gross. Sav, that is absolutely fine that you think that because that means there's just all the more for me.
Coffee is good for the soul.
Yeah, if I don't get coffee on my drive home at night from class, I'm not going to make it home. Sometimes I just make it home. It's borderline for those last few miles. And it's scary because I have to cross a reservoir. I mean, a huge reservoir. And it always terrifies the heck out of me. It's a 3-lane road. There's enough room that people should be able to pass you. It's only 40 miles an hour. But there's a huge reservoir on either side of you.
But it's in Illinois, too, so...
Well, no, that one's in Indiana. I live on this reservoir.
Okay.
And it's huge, and of course, if you ever Google Eagle Creek, that's where I live. If you're talking about Sav, I'm sure she's had good or seen good coffee. But don't worry. It's like people who don't like dark chocolate. That's fine. It's just more for me.
For people that don't like bacon.
That is heresy. Chocolate.
I don't like bacon.
What?
I don't like bacon. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fine. Then I get yours.
But I love ham.
But ham's good too.
I know, and they're the same thing.
They're not. It's, the big difference is the fattiness and the smokiness. Not all hams
one's
are smoked.
fried and one's not.
Pardon?
One's fried and one's not.
You can fry ham. Oh, yeah, you can totally fry ham. My grandparents had a farm, and Christmas morning was always fried ham. Homemade, of course. I don't know that my grandmother made her own bacon, though. She may have traded out a pig for that. Here's a pig. I want the bacon from it. You can have the rest. That'll be a fair trade.
I always like pineapple with my...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Especially on my pizza as well.
Ugh, no. No, Board King, we do not do pineapple on our pizza. Ham on a pizza is fine. Bacon on a pizza is fine.
Yes, we do pineapple on pizza.
No. Mm-mm. I no. I've never tried it, but just the thought is, oh.
I have a curious question because I know you have a disdain for tomatoes. Do you use tomato sauce or
Oh yeah,
Alfredo sauce?
absolutely. I love tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is fine. Ketchup is fine.
What was
Like
wrong with tomatoes?
I don't know. I
They're the same. They're the same thing.
they're not. Whatever they do when you bite into a tomato, it has a acidity to it that just is revolting. Barbecue sauce on a pizza can work. It's not something I like universally, but barbecue sauce, bacon, grilled onions, and cheese. Fabulous pizza. No problem, Lexers. Go take your phone call. We might still be here when you're done. Maybe one day I will try pineapple pizza. My son suddenly has discovered a love of pineapple pizza.
Hey, it's good. It's because the pineapple flavor makes it good, in my opinion.
But it doesn't make it wet?
No.
Really?
It I I was skeptical when I first had one in 2000.
Yeah.
That's the first time I had pineapple pizza. You're hearing my battle, aren't you?
No. No, not at all. Sav says, the smell of coffee makes me retch. Too strong for my sensitive sniffer. It's interesting. Coffee, for women in particular, can be disgusting at certain times in your life because a lot of times pregnancy hormones make the smell of coffee revolting. I used to drink a lot of coffee, and I got into work one morning. Somebody brought me my cup of coffee, and I was like, oh! And one of the old ladies from the fitting department was in my office at the moment, and she's like, honey, you're pregnant. I'm like, no. And she's like, yeah, go get a test. Oh, shoot, she's right. That was surprising. And then when my husband was going through chemo, all of a sudden he hated coffee, couldn't even make it in the house. And the doctor's like, yep, chemo's messing up his hormones. Makes him hate coffee. So when I was sneaking out to the gym, I'd sneak out and get a good coffee at the same time. All right. Anybody else joining us? Barking, you want to join us? We're doing randoms and stuff. Kind of sort of randoms.
Nope. You know my rule.
What's your rule? No breach, right?
No breach.
Okay. Well, we can do things that aren't exactly random. Semi-random.
Well, right now I'm destroying Voth ships in the battle zone.
Okay, well,
Actually,
you
I
did
only
that.
need 5, but I already got my 5. But you know those named ships that you get the accolades for?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm fighting them right now.
Go for it. Exizimer says, them ladies know what they're talking about. Boy, do they ever. They've seen so many pregnant women, or not, they get smart at seeing the difference. Well, it was a bridal shop, so yeah, we saw a lot of pregnant women. A lot.
Okay, so I do need to do 5 dreadnoughts.
Oh no, the horror. We're going to have to do a Hive Onslaught. The horror. Party invitation. Excuse me. Party invitation is on the way, Board King.
All right.
So
All right.
Join whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, we're going to do Hive Onslaught.
I didn't have to re-roll any of my stuff today.
Wee woo.
We will.
Chosen is
Yeah,
here and is going to go play some career mode on NASCAR. Interesting.
I haven't played that in a long time. I used to have a PC game of that.
I still decline to believe that there are games aside from Star Trek Online.
I've been playing Lord of the Rings online. What are we waiting for here?
We're waiting for Hive Onslaught to queue up.
Okay.
So you can get your dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
Getting back to the bridal shop, yes, Exismer, every one of our fitters except for one was a little old lady from Russia. And so they would be back there sewing wedding gowns, talking to each other in Russian. Never knew what they were talking about, but every now and then I'd go in there and they were very nice, but you could tell that it'd be like, she's not one of us.
I only got 2 of my endeavors done today.
Congratulations.
Had to do 5 ships in the battle zone, boss ships,
Uh-huh.
and then gain salvage.
That's a
And
good
then
one.
I have to do this one, the dreadnoughts.
Saab says I spent 8.5 years working with Russian women. It was the worst. I think it depends on the Russian women.
I tried to go out with a Russian woman.
These women were, when I worked with them, probably in their 60s and 70s. Am I going to die here? Yes, I am.
Don't die, I died.
Me too.
Okay, all my traits are there. Oh man, I have damage.
Yeah, I got damage too, and I don't have a heal on me. That's okay. I will go take care of it when we're done
I
here.
always have a heal. What am I talking about?
Apparently we went in without Drunken Heretic. Oh no. We'll get you for the next
They're all
party.
there.
I forget this ship has basically no heals. It's all guns.
My ship is all ships. Blah, blah, blah. Where are we? We are.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
No, you are not.
Is not the end.
Yes, it is.
Kinda,
Sorry.
it is.
I am perfection. I am Borg.
I'll go heal my ship real quick and get Drunken Heretic back in the party here.
You guys have a good one. I gotta bail out for now.
All right.
Well, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. It was lovely to talk to you. Hope everything hangs in there at work.
Oh, we'll push through. We always do.
Okay.
You guys have a good one. Catch you
too.
later.
Take care.
Yep. All right, let's see what I got out of my endeavor boxes.
I have re-invited you, Drunken Heretic. I'm going to go to ESD real quick. Do some healing.
Marks. I got some marks. That's all I got. Marks.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
But no reroll tokens.
Yeah, but you didn't need them. They're not going to give it to you if you don't need them.
Yeah, but I'd like to have some.
Joke. So I don't know if you can hear the dogs barking in the background. It's not my dogs this time. people behind me have two adorable basset hounds.
So it's not really a bark, it's more of a right?
At the moment, this is a bark, but if they get going,
Okay.
if they smell something, if the squirrels are running, if the bunnies are out, yeah, then we get into the sound. The song of their people.
See, we don't have that many bunnies here.
You don't have to accept that invitation to beam down to Earth space dock. I just want to get my ship fixed.
Yeah, we don't have that many like yard bunnies like back in the Midwest I used to have.
We have some bunnies, but because we're near a forest, we have a fair number of coyotes and stuff that like bunny snacks, so we don't have as many bunnies as you would think. But I will go to the forest every day, to the woods, with the doggos, and I'm walking them yesterday, and a face sticks out from behind some bushes, and all I can see is the face. My first thought is, it's a bear cub? What the heck? Big, round, gray-brown, black face. Totally adorable, but, you know.
This is the coyote, or what was this?
Turns out it was
buddy?
cat.
Oh.
It was a black cat, feral cat. Just hanging around out there, being very bunny-ish, cat-ish. I'd seen kittens, really little kittens, running in there not that long before. So there must be more than a few. I'd feel bad, but if I brought them home, I don't think this would be a good household for them.
Are you sure? Or would the dogs not like it?
I don't think the dogs would be happy. And the cats would try to run away from the dogs, and then we'd have chaos and pandemonium and broken things. Fennec foxes. Oh, eczema. Has everybody seen fennec foxes?
What is it?
Fennec foxes.
Never even heard of them. What do they look like?
They look like the most adorable foxes. They're 95% ears and the rest fox. They live, I think, in the Sahara. They are totally adorable. There you go. But like most foxes, they have a really interesting language. It sounds like they're laughing.
See, I want a pet ringtail. If you ever heard of what a ringtail is.
Yeah, I think I know what a ringtail is, but since I'm here, I might as well Google it. Oh! Well, they're around where you are, kind of. They're in Phoenix.
Yeah, I know, but they can be vicious. But I want one. Apparently, from what I was told, that they're part of the raccoon family.
Yeah, they are, from what I'm reading here. The ringtail is a mammal of the raccoon family native to arid regions of North America. It is widely distributed and well adapted to its distributed areas. It has been legally trapped for its fur. Globally, it is listed as least concern on the IUCN Red List, but is a conservation strategy species in Oregon and fully protected in California. It's the state mammal of Arizona. Yeah, it looks like they're pretty much all over the Southwest and Mexico.
I also want a pet whippoorwill.
Like a bird.
It's a night owl, actually.
Oh, okay.
If you look it up, it has whiskers. It's the only bird that actually has whiskers.
Huh.
Because I showed you the picture of the one I took when I was up at the lodge.
Yes, you did.
It had like whiskers. That's a whippoorwill.
Huh.
It's part of the bird. It's part of the owl family, but it looks like a bird.
An owl is a bird.
Yeah. But it's but you know what I mean.
Zizmer has asked, ever hear a kookaburra laugh? They so sound like they are laughing, and laughing will make them laugh. Wow, that is a loop to get caught in.
What?
A kookaburra?
Never heard of it.
I think it's a bird. I know it's Australian.
How do you spell it?
Kookabura. By the way, is that name a Farscape reference? Kookaburra or Fennec Fox? Which one, Drunken Heretic? They're both real animals.
And you said Fennec Fox?
Yes, Fennec Fox. Yes, exactly, Drunken Heretic. Sits in the old gum tree.
It kind of looks somewhat like a ringtail, but without the ringtail. You know, with
Bigger
the rings
ears.
on the tail.
Way bigger ears.
Yeah.
And very fluffy tail.
Kind of like a muskrat, too.
Not as much. Definitely more foxy. Hey, Drunken Heretic, I am Zahn. Zahn is one of my many tunes. All right, let's do something that is not the breach. Is that a good enough rule? It's not the breach.
Yeah.
Trying to do TFOs tonight and trying to do things we don't know. We're not doing that one. Trying to do ones we don't do a lot. But that won't come up.
Oh, you know what? TFOs I've never done. I do need to do the daily, but I really don't care.
I can do the daily, but we can do that last when we're wrapping up for the day. How's that?
Okay.
Okay. We'll go that way. Hold it. We did that the other day. Nope, we're not going to do that one. We'll do this one. This one's fun.
Which one?
I've queued us for one with fun. Don't worry. It's nothing you've ever said no to that I'm aware of. And if that doesn't pop up in a moment, I'll queue us up for something. Oh, hold on. That's why. We still have somebody. We'll have Snugglebum in here. That's why that's not working. There we go. There we go. Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Nothing you've ever said no to. Yep, that's what it said, Saf. Kind of have my mental list of people who are like, Chris, nope, ground, nope, nopedy, nope, nope, nope. Me, gravity kills, nopedy, nope, nope, nope.
Breach, not a chance in hell.
See? I pay attention to people's preferences.
Or you could pay me 5,000 keys and then we
Yep,
could
there you
do
go.
the breach.
Yeah, I can be bought. I'm not cheap. Which gets back
Mom
to...
is 1,000 keys. I'm 5,000.
We tried Corfez the other night. It was the one that you get to the one part of it and everything launches at you at once and it's not survivable, which I'm told is a bug, but it's the one that I've gotten twice now. Second phase when the Vodware, if they're coming at you a few at a time, you could do it, but with everything launching at once, it doesn't work.
Beta long haul. I don't know this one.
We could make that our Friday thing. Corfez Friday. I'm trying to think up something for Fridays. Thursday's going to be Throwback Thursday. Tuesday's going to be TFO Tuesdays. Did you get... Maybe that was it? All I know is everything spawns at once, and it's just not survivable. And we had 5 good ships out there.
What is that ship above me? The one that looks like it's flying backwards.
I have no idea.
Oh, that's Zahn. Who's Zahn?
Me.
Oh, what ship is that?
That's the Ekron. Which I love very much.
How do you get that one?
How'd I get that one? It was a gift.
Okay.
It's in a lockbox, but somebody gave it to me. And I held on to it for over 2 years. Because I got it specifically for this tune to do a project with and had to wait till I had enough rank to be able to do this. Don't die, don't die. Yep, I died. Gosh darn it. It's a bit of a glass cannon. I need to get some better defenses on it. Chosen is talking about the Kana's race. I do not know what the Kana's race were.
Oh, weren't they in Star Trek for the Voyage Home as on part of the?
No, I'm betting this is something to do with his racing game that he's playing.
Oh, that's NASCAR.
Yeah. It says, to be honest, the Kana's race for the 2021 season was pretty good.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's see, what do we need? We have Delta and Epsilon.
Being attacked by the IKS
Lucara?
loser.
The loser.
That's what I'm calling it. Care if I take it out? Is it all right if I take it out, or do you have to wait?
Oh, you can try and take it out, but it's not going to go anyplace.
Okay.
She doesn't have a sense of humor. She doesn't die. She just leaves.
Yeah. I got the eddies going and she left.
No, she's back. She's over here now. Snargity barks. Okay, the Kansas race for 2021 season was pretty good. That makes more sense.
Wasn't this from a TFO a couple of years ago? Or not from TFO, but a mission?
No, not directly.
But it did come out like a couple of years ago, right?
I don't think this was from the TFO. It was when they did the whole Jaula arc. But it was a TFO that wasn't from the storyline itself. I think, in fact, I know there was an event that came out with this. So this would be Jaula. Was that in 2021? No, Year of the Klingons was 2020. Because they were doing that during COVID. I think.
I don't remember.
Attention!
Let's do a couple more, and then we're going to run the daily for those of you who need to do the event. But we'll do the do you want to do the mission, or do you want to do the TFO?
I don't care.
Okay. Well, do you want to do space, or do you want to do ground?
Yeah, I want to do space.
Okay, then we'll do the TFO. Oh, sorry, then we'll do the episode, not the TFO.
Yeah, I didn't care for. I really didn't care for the ground TFO for that.
It's an acquired taste. Once you figure out how to make it happen, it's easy. But if you're doing it as a pickup game, it's always, do you wind up with a bunch of people who know what they're doing? In which case that thing goes so fast, it's amazing. Or do you wind up with people who die every 3-4 seconds, and then it's really not fun.
Like me.
We just have to have a decent enough weapon. 10 wins for the 2021 season. 10 wins so far. Oh, and the game. Duh. Sorry, I'm thinking reality. Wasn't working with my brain for reality.
Reality sucks.
Sometimes, yeah. Let's see. Let's find something here that we don't know. I don't like that one. It's not bad. Hang on. Let's see what's coming up this week. Tomorrow is 10 captains and commanders. Hold on. It's not. No. That was last week. This is complete any advanced or elite queue. Tomorrow. Ugh. Oh no. How horrible. Ugh. And then Friday is complete a random TFO. Oh no. Ugh. How horrible.
Ugh. Yeah, I have to go to Nimbus 3.
For?
The Universal.
Yep. Yes, you do. Does anybody else need to go to Nimbus 3 for the Universal? Congratulations, Chosen. Imagine having to somehow complete a random. I know. I mean, who'd have thunk it, right? But amazingly, I think we need some more of these. Some more TFOs. Maybe a little editing there. Get rid of a few. Shall I launch one? Not random?
Yes.
Okay.
I think they should do the Battle of Prisnok 5.
Of what?
The Ferengi battle that remember the Magnificent Seven or the Magnificent Ferengi? They talk about the Battle of Prisnok 5 or something like that.
I only vaguely remember it.
5 Ferengis stood against 10 or 1,000 Litatians or something like that.
I don't really. I'm going to have to go back and watch that. So have you started your new job yet?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So you're still on holiday. One last day.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday I went hiking, got nailed by some hail. It rained yesterday where I hiked.
Is that good or bad?
Wee woo.
Oh, wee woo, thank you.
I mean, we need the rain.
Okay.
But we didn't need the hail. Well, first it was like, it was, because we were up high in elevation, that when it hailed, it was in the middle of forming when it hit us.
Oh, ow.
So it would like hit us, it would look like snow was falling.
Yeah?
But it was like snowy ice.
Okay, that sounds ouchy.
Yeah. And then we did get hail and then regular rain.
Just before I left Illinois, so late April, early May, when I started my last move over here, we had a hailstorm. And it was small, so, not a lot of damage, but it was an inch and a half, 2 inches deep when it landed on the lawn, so we had it for quite a while. 45 total winds currently. Wow.
I remember, was it about 10 years ago, we had this huge hailstorm. It looked like it snowed.
Yep.
That's how much hail
Yeah.
we got.
That's what I was saying, 2 inches of hail
And
on
this
the
was
ground.
this was like mid-April, early May.
Yeah. Well, which poor soul has joined us this time? Ms. Tech has joined us.
So we just shoot to kill on this one, right?
Do you know this one?
I don't know them all, okay?
Okay. There's
I just
like 13 Terran ships and the... is it the Enterprise? No, it's the Riskava that come up. Chase off the Riskava, take out the Terran ships. Then there's going to be 3 locations which you have to protect. And then the Enterprise, commanded by Lita, by Killy, will return, and we have to scare her off.
I got the Riskava.
So much for the Riskava.
Yep, bye Riskava. I did that one.
Nice job. I'm over at Alpha, so nice one. Oh, and you have to close the rifts.
Activate the hollow projectors. Let's hope they get the job done. Defend the hollow projectors as best you can.
And this annoying person will yell at you to close the rifts. And you do get to shoot him if he gets to be annoying.
Can I stay by Jupiter Station? Does that help?
Yeah, absolutely, because there will be ships that go over there that are called data thieves, I think. So I'm curious, there's going to have to be a new event coming up when this one's done, which will be July 2nd, I think this one wraps. Which...
Oh, isn't that going to be the summer event?
No, it's too early. Summer events are usually middle to end of July. So my guess is it will be 2 weeks of, I don't know, Red Alert? Good evening, Orion Snake. Oh yes, and we close the portals too. So my thought is we'll have 2 weeks of something, and then we'll go into the summer event. Yay, Ryza, yay! And I'm not leaving the gosh darn planet, I'm sorry.
You need to get those rifts under control.
I probably should sell some of my favors before we start. Hi, Bob Bear. Well, I'm glad you're lurking. I hope you're happy. Did we get everything figured out for all of your tunes? Are they all where they're supposed to be? Oh, speaking of, one of our fleets is a second level fleet in here, and they're looking for one more fleet to go underneath them. So if anybody has a Federation fleet that needs a home, let me know. Or you can reach out to Naughty Kirk. He can help you get them into a good home. Due to reasons, we wound up moving Hugh's heroes into their own fleet.
Yeah, I kind of don't like that because I need help trying to get that fleet up and running.
I've been trying to throw a lot of stuff into it, but yeah, we need some more people in there. I actually may move a few of my tunes in there, which should help us out. Ooh, that's actually a thought. Maybe we should have a night dedicated to helping fleets out. Especially now that you get so much more on your donations of duty officers and lithium. I have to close 4 more rifts. Or portals, or whatever they call them.
Rifts aren't going to close themselves. We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our system.
I know. Stop telling me that. Protecting it as best I can. Yeah.
2 more rifts to close.
We've locked down the
Oh,
projector.
apparently we got it.
Now
13
they're
rifts.
ours for good.
You still here, Grandma?
So with this one working, you have to kill the Terran shield ships first. Otherwise you can't take out the Enterprise.
Enterprise is back near projector base.
Are you kidding me with this? My ship makes me invincible. Give up already.
Oh, sorry, bright light.
No worries.
Enterprise is going for projector out.
She jumps around too much.
Yes, she does. And she regenerates a lot faster than she should.
The Enterprise is near projector camp.
Yeah, how can you get over there?
She didn't take any punishment
The
anyway.
Enterprise is going for projector out.
You know what? I'm done.
Yeah, that's better.
Well done.
We did very well. 160 marks, yay! Let's see, who is in Hughes Heroes? I'll have to go look. Oh, I know, it's Getza. Yeah, no problem. I can add some tunes to Hughes Heroes and help you build that back up. Let's see, it is 7:53. Let's do the the episode. Does anybody need to do the episode?
I just need to do it for the daily.
Right, I'm going to queue it up. For those of you who don't know, this one can be banked. In other words, you can do it and turn it in at any time because it's just a regular mission. Though apparently you can't do it 2 times in a row and have that work.
Did you already queue it? Or
No,
do I have to go in
I just shared it with everybody. I wanted to make sure. And feel free to launch when you are ready because you all have to launch yourself for this one.
Yep.
Yeah, so tomorrow mine is done at 3 a.m. So if I do it now, I'll just, as soon as I get up before I start my morning coffee, I can go and turn it in.
This guy looks like he's making a sandwich.
Which guy? Oh, did you already
This is
start it?
Yeah, sorry.
No problems.
Easy.
Zimmer, jump in whenever you're ready. Drunken Heretic, if you're joining us, feel free to join us. If you're not joining us, no worries.
I will not stand for a repeat of Enoch at Tusi Prime or Draconis 3. The list of genocides goes on.
Sorry, you can hear it. There we go.
Well, let's go do this one. If somebody will start the first one, I'll go over and get ready for the second one. It's sad that I've been doing this enough in a few days that I know where they are.
I don't know where they are. I've only done them like once or twice. No, I've only done it once, actually.
Okay, fine, I'll go for the third one then.
I'm detecting a biogenetic energy signature located within a nearby gravitic distortion.
It must be the protomatter. It pains me to think I was once allied with these war-mongering fools. Passive sensor arrays are... A Zentelki satellite has decloaked in the distance. Approach with caution. Shields up.
Oh, I don't have to be that cautious, I guess.
We need to scan the satellite to identify
Oh,
what
I forgot my pets.
technology we're up against.
And now we get the big satellite.
So where is everybody tonight?
I don't know. It's a quiet night, but I can't really say anything. I've been so busy the past few weeks that I've barely been on.
I got Gamma. I gotta get everyone off my tail first. There we go.
I got it.
Good work. Satellite Gamma has been neutralized.
Yep.
How did you acquire the protomatter, Ron?
So I don't know why they've got the 3 different careers, because they all have the same dialogue. They have the same result.
And there's no accolade.
Yeah, there is an accolade. It's called insult to injury, something like that.
For each one?
No, it's you get it once.
Okay, so, but it's for what?
No, I don't know why there's an accolade. I mean, it's not like you have to do it once on each tune to get it, or on each career. It doesn't matter if you all do it at once.
So it's just you get it one. You get it at one time.
Yeah.
So there's no point of like choosing it. I don't get that.
Right.
Essentially, it's been weapon systems malfunction. Giving in. You're unable to remodulate our weapons to bypass the cube's shield. It's useless. Cube has adapted. Too risky. Scans show thousands of cybernetic life forms, including true and Tellarite ores.
And the Borg cube can't be defeated.
Kind of sucks.
It also won't shoot you hard enough to kill you. So I'm thinking if they keep it around, they're gonna make it in advance, maybe something where it can kill you.
Still want to watch those eddy currents for fun.
or
Well, that was exciting.
Later. Yeah, I've seen this so many times. I'm done.
Yeah, me. So going through some of the old Iconian episodes yesterday, because I'm trying to bring one of my tunes. I'm trying to get all my tunes all the way through all of it. The ones I play the most are all the way done except for Axiom. The ones I play less, I'm finding I'm way back, like all the way back at Iconian, and some are even further back than that. Some of them are way back in like Cardassian Struggle. And you go through it, and the old episodes are so much shorter and faster. And then when I got to Iconian yesterday, and I was doing, not Broken Circle, Time in a Bottle, which is fairly fun, except there's so many unskippable cutscenes that are just like, oh, please.
Which one was that?
Oh, it's you meet up with Nog and you go down to a planet, and it turns out that they're living there, but they're hidden in a different. They're slightly out of phase with the Iconians. So Rachel asks, do I like the new content? The answer is yes, I do.
That's the episode where you get the Nog dance.
No, I don't think it is the episode where
that is. That's the one where you get the Ferengi dance.
We have a lead on the Criden.
Yes, you're right. You do. Thank you. I didn't even know that. I learned something new.
Because I think that was the first episode with Nog in it.
Could be, yeah. Saw what the Great Bloom mission was. Go ahead.
Oh?
You're saying something?
Oh, no.
Okay. So anyway, Rachel, going back to, do I like the new content? Yes. I like the concept of that mini episode. It's great. You just saw that. I mean, we're in and out of there in a few minutes. It was fun. It had some pew-pew. It had some dialogue. It was very nice. I like the way they did that. Some of the missions lately have been getting so long to, you're going to spend an hour plus just playing a mission, and that's just a little too long and sometimes meaningless. And the new TFO I like because it's the new TFO I like. It's ground, it's fast, it makes you work as a team, it makes you think you need to have the right equipment, and you have to go down there prepped for it. So that was kind of cool. So Exismer saw Great Bloom, thought, what's that about? I'm missing something there. Can you elucidate there?
Oh, the Great Bloom? Did you say the Great Bloom?
Yeah, he saw Great Bloom, thought that's what.
I think that's a Star Trek Enterprise episode.
Is it? It's in the map. I know that. Hi, Cliff. I'm not trying to ignore you. It's
that's the one where Silic comes to the Enterprise. I think that's the same one where he unplugs this thing, and he prevented the Enterprise from blowing up.
Exismer says it's near Nimbus. Good evening, Pax. Yes, it is near Nimbus. But what episode? Is there an episode based in that one? Big Green Cloud.
Yes.
Yeah, hang on a second.
Yes, it's an Enterprise episode.
No, in the game, I think he means.
Oh, no. I don't know.
I mean, why do we have a big green cloud there? How are you doing, Pax? It's an Id. I thought you were working tonight, Id.
I am.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's right, time difference. Duh.
Yep.
Big time difference.
You must be on your phone.
No, I'm still at home. I don't.
Okay.
Couple hours.
We had been doing TFOs tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave the team.
Actually, I have to leave shortly too, but you're more than welcome to leave the team there. But I'm gonna go check this out.
Nimbus 3.
Go to Nimbus.
I gotta do my Universal, which everyone else is doing probably.
No, most of them were already there, but you can trigger them pretty easily. So we have Great Bloom here, but there's nothing here. Oh, Cliff, I'm not going to be here for very much. We logged in a couple hours ago. And I have some work to do tonight. On a not Star Trek Online related project, which I know is just heresy, right?
I'll probably switch over to Lotro here shortly.
Woohoo! Let's see.
You're
So-
not going to the big worm. See, no one ever goes to the big worm one.
Yeah, they do.
But I don't hardly see people go over there that much. The
There's
only time they're ever over there is when they have to do the part of that mission.
Well, I went over there this morning to try and get the queen to pop, but she wouldn't pop, so I went to the stronghold to get that one. So the this used to be related to the Great Bloom used to be a mission related to Ghost Ship. The player monitors the growth of Thalaron radiation clouds that could threaten nearby worlds. While there, they find the USS Warwick adrift with its entire crew dead. So it's an old episode. Let's see if there's anything.
How many worms does it take to trigger the queen?
That's it. It doesn't. I can't make it trigger on a certain number. Sometimes it triggers on 3. Sometimes it doesn't trigger on 3. Or 3 groups of worms. So this used to be preceded by Ground Zero and followed by Friend of My Enemy in the Romulan Mystery Arc. But it is no longer there. Oh! But it does have a accolade in there, which is scan the scanners. Always the scanner, never the scanned. And I remember getting that accolade once. The mission is repeatable through mission replay. But yeah, I don't think it's available anymore. Bummer. Things disappear.
What was it called?
Ghost Ship was the name of the mission. But that's why we've got the Great Bloom here. Wouldn't it be fun, though, if they did a Nostalgia Night or something, or Nostalgia Month, where they brought back, if they could, some of the old missions? Because we know you can do
old
them.
Klingon Arc missions.
What was that one mission where we ended up? It was a holodeck ship.
Oh, I don't know.
It involved Section 31.
The one we did last week?
Oh, yeah, I think was the one you're...
We did one with Mar Hawkman last week that he had left over. And I don't remember who I gave it to. You couldn't take it on any of the newer tunes. It had to be on an old tune. Yeah, Pax, I'd like to have the Foundry back too.
Why did they get rid of the Foundry?
Because
the two people who knew... Good.
Go ahead. No, you had it.
Basically, the two people who knew how to code for it left. Which was Dan Stahl, and I want to say her name was Rebecca?
Could be.
Yeah. They
I couldn't
left,
even,
and
I could never even get that thing to work.
yeah, and that's why it's not coming back, is because the upkeep on it was not worth it.
Yeah, remember every
like
time that they would bring in a new event, the Foundry would crash for a week?
It's kind of like the Star Trek Portal we had, the mobile app.
Yeah. It's a great idea, but if it's that problematic because of code issues, I can see why they don't do it. But it was so much fun. Well, I'm going to get out of here because I actually do have other things to do. We will be back maybe tomorrow if class gets canceled again, which I won't know till tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we'll be back in the morning.
I'll be working tomorrow.
How dare you? How dare you have a real life there, Board King?
Hey, I need money.
Yeah, I know. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for the cheers, Zimmer. I will kick everybody out of the party here so you can go off and do your thing. Rachel will be at work as well. Have a good night, everybody, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.